Quick disclaimer, I'm a horrible reader. Yeah, I enjoy math more. Anyway, since I'm bad at reading, you might hear me stutter or misuse words in the fanfiction when I'm reading it. So yeah, okay, this is very quick disclaimer. Okay, on to the video. So if you didn't know, I like this book series called Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And honestly, I'm gonna get to literature and read the Diary of a Wimpy Kid fanfiction called Diary of a Wimpy Kid 25 years later. I hope you enjoy this, okay. Friday. Well, I haven't written this thing in years. I was getting home from work today and I saw this lying on a stack of paperwork. I guess I used to like writing when I was a kid, so I figured I'd give it another try. Jesus, there's a lot catching up to do. Where to start? Raleigh's gone. No, not dead or anything. He just moved away. He's lived in Boston for 7 years now. I don't remember anymore. Damn, I haven't spoken to Ma since he left. I still don't really want to talk about it. I work at a good job, I guess. Me and Bruce Anderson work at this office downtown. I mean, it's not like I enjoy it, but it pays the bills. Am I happy? Not sure. Roderick still is in Plainville, like me, but not Manny. He decided he was too good for us and moved to New York in his 20s. The rest of the family has still forgiven me and Roderick. We'll still see him if he's in town, but not Mom and Dad. Speaking of which, they're still living in the same house. Yeah, it's pretty old now, but they seem good there. Roderick's married now. He met this woman about 8 years ago, and they got a kid. I don't know if I'm jealous or what, but Roderick seems to be the one who knows what he's doing. Yeah, so Roderick's married? Me? I've never really thought about settling down. It's not like I don't like to get around. I do. But I never have actually gotten a serious relationship. Currently, I'm not seeing anyone. I guess you could say I'm busy with work or something. But I just be making excuses. Work keeps me occupied, but it hasn't really been something I need to bring home. Plus, Bryce and I never really made it the past colleagues, so we don't need anything outside the office. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Hello? Get to the hospital now. It's Dad. The cancer's gotten worse. Shit. I guess I have to come clean. Dad was diagnosed with lung cancer over a year ago. He started treatment almost as he saw a couple months back. The doctor told us that the cancer went to remission and we wouldn't have to worry about it anymore. Then during the checkup, they found a tumor. So I guess the doctors are here just for bullshit. Mom hasn't been really taking it well, which I guess is totally fair. For now, their savings are just covering the medical bills, but that won't last forever. You are never going to believe who just showed up at the hospital. That piece of shit, Manny. After almost a decade, this is when he decided to see Dad. Damn it, Roderick must have. I wish he told me instead of laying and walking unannounced. He's in a hospital with me and Roderick right now, and Mom's with Dad. Neither of them know Manny's here yet. Manny wants to go see him now, so I guess we have to let him. Get the fuck out of here right now. that, that was amazing. It didn't take Manny long to leave after that. He tried to talk to us on the way out, but Roger took care of that. I'm home right now, trying to think all of this through. For the first time in a while, I'm genuinely scared. Not just for that, but for myself. This is what I thought my life would be like when I was a kid. Why couldn't I have that life? Is there something wrong with me? I need someone I can talk about. I don't think Mom and Dad ever truly understand me. So, not them. Roderick, maybe, not gonna lie. Him and his perfect life kinda intimidated me. Sure is not how Manny. There's only one person I can think who would talk to right now. Alright, before I say what happened next, there is something I need to get off my chest for a long time. So here it goes. 7 years earlier, Ralph and I were best friends. We spent pretty much every day together since middle school. We went to college together and moved into the same neighborhood afterwards. I was applying for a job at Friend Brain Games, the company that made Twisted Wizard. Rowley had actually managed to get Zooey Mama in the local paper. He got good pay, and from what I remember, he was doing a really good job. I was probably the happiest I've been in my life, but it took one phone call to change everything forever. So Riley got a call from this comics, whatever, in Boston. They had seen his work and they wanted to offer him a position. Thing is, they only had one room for one more cartoonist. So if Riley wanted a job, he had to move to Boston within 2 weeks. Now, I wasn't particularly in a good mood already because Fun Brain Games had just denied my application. And so when Riley gave me the news that he would be moved to Boston in 2 weeks, I was devastated. The day before he moved, I told him to meet me at the roof for our old middle school. For old time's sake, I had something I've been waiting to tell him that I needed to say before he was gone. I love you. Yeah, I love you too, man. No, I'm serious. I don't know if I'm bi or what, but I love you. He left the next morning. We haven't talked since. It's been 1 week since I tried to get into contact with Riley. Still hasn't responded. At this point, I only got one option left. I'm not gay, Greg. That was the worst crying attempt I ever done in my entire life. My father is dead. He's gone. I'll never see him again. I'll never be able to talk to him again. I'll never be able to what I told him, what I thought of him, what I really thought of him. It was the man who made me hide my sexuality for the last 3 decades. He's the reason I'm miserable. I remember when I was 16, I tried to tell him the truth. He didn't take it well. He never talked to me about it again. I guess he figured I'd changed my mind. I should have gotten this off my chest when I had the chance. Should have told him when I could. I don't think I'll go to the funeral. Roger told me it will be on Monday. I haven't been Plainville. I've been living in my car for Boston for the past 2 days. I guess this means I have to write down what I thought of him instead of actually saying it. Just like every other genuine emotion I ever had. Fuck you, Dad. The funeral was 2 days ago. I didn't go. I ended up driving back to Plainville yesterday because there was nothing really left for me in Boston. I found a termination letter from the office in my mailbox, which I guess I should have expected when I wasn't at work for a whole week. I realized I need to get some sort of closure with Dad, so I decided to visit Grace last night. I guess I wasn't the only one with that idea, though. When I arrived at the cemetery, I detected the smell of gasoline. It suddenly made sense when I saw Manny sitting on Dad's grave with the lit match. I don't know what I want to do there last night, but it sure well wasn't that. I feel sick. I couldn't deal with this by myself anymore. I need someone to help me. It was only a matter of time before I became Manny, and after what I saw was capable at the graveyard. I couldn't let that happen. I wasn't about to let hate dominate my life anymore. I was scared what Mom and Roger would think of me after skipping the funeral. Oh yeah, and I was pretty raw after what happened to Rowley, so it took a lot of nerve and even more alcohol to do what I did next. I'm not sure what I feel. What Bryce and I did this night isn't something I've ever done to another man. Like I said before, I've never been able to move on Raleigh, but I think I just did. I think I'm happy. It's been so long, I don't remember what that feels like. I guess you can say my day didn't start too well. And Bryce, about my job. Is that what this is about? Jesus Christ, Greg, you can't do this to people. Get out. The worst part is, he wasn't even wrong. I've done this for my whole life. I've manipulated and lied to people to get in my way. I guess I am no better than Manny or Dad. I figured I'd cut my losses and go to home, but I guess I can't even do that because when I arrived was a locked door and eviction notice. I should probably explain this a bit better. I never had the money saved to begin with, but when Dad got cancer, I ended up chipping in on his medical bills, and my paycheck just barely covered the rent. As soon as I got fired, there wasn't enough cash left. I'm still not ready to see Mom and Roger, so I guess I'll take my chances on the streets. I'm not sure how to say this, but I spent the night at the Plainview Homeless Center. That's not even the craziest part. Freddie was there. I guess I had to let my guard down because I ended up talking to him and telling him what I've been going through. Look, Greg, my dad wasn't around a lot. I don't know if you knew that, but when he was pretty bad. He hit me. He hit my mom. Eventually, sometime during elementary school, my mom told him to leave, even though he was a total piece of shit. I still missed him. It wasn't easy without him. Mom barely had enough income to support me. You probably remember how I coped and never quite act normal. He took quite the mental toll, and I don't think I ever recovered. It's not like we could afford therapy. I know we weren't really friends, and I don't blame you for that. I've always had my mom, though. She's the best friend I ever had. I don't want to tell you what to do, man, but I really think the best thing you can do is see your family. At the end of the day, family's family. Damn, who would have thought the best advice I've ever been given to would be from Fregley? Well, after what Fregley said, I decided it was time to see Mom. I wasn't sure how it felt when I knocked on the door of my childhood home. But the moment the door opened, I broke. Neither of us said a word. For what it seemed like a lifetime, we stood there motionless, then it all spilled out. All the pain took a form of million teardrops streaming down our faces. We talked for ages in the old living room about Dad, Roderick, and even Manny. We agreed it would be the best if I stayed there until I got my shit together. Once I taught Mom to bed, I remember something about the old house. Way back in middle school, I hid my Mima's diamond wedding ring here in case I needed a pawn to get myself out of some god-awful situation. Like the true asshole I am, I thought now might be a good that might be good in a situation. My God, I can barely read this. Greg, what have you done? Like a broken record, that's all she could say. At first, in a hushed voice, repeating it at decreasing volumes, until finally, one last time, she felt her knees and screamed, Greg, what have you done? I wasn't sure what to do. I couldn't say anything. I dropped the ring and ran, not sure where to go. After an hour of what I thought was aimless running, I realized where I was, Roderick's front lawn. It took me one look through the window, seeing Roderick and his wife and his kid, to realize I can't do this. I thought I could, but I can't. What would I even say to him? What could he even do? All I can do is screw everything up, and he doesn't need that in his life. Nobody does. I'm done with all that. I'll just have to sleep in the alley. First of all, let me get something straight. This is no longer a journal. It's a suicide note. I'm not emotionally equipped to keep living like this. I've ruined every relationship I ever had. I've got nowhere left to go. I'm truly stuck in this world with a bunch of morons who don't love me. That's what it comes down to. It isn't love. See? That's the thing. I've got a lot of love to give, but I've never got any back. Maybe when I was a kid, but even then, I don't think my parents ever really loved me. It looks like I lost everything I have to live for. So I guess this is the end. Plainview man takes his life. Community left in shock by Holly Hills, the Plainview citizen. Nobody expected such tragic news on the calm morning of October 2nd, but at approximately 3 p.m., a longtime resident, Greg Heffley, 37, jumped off of a 5-story building downtown in his attempt to end his own life. Paramedics rushed him to the nearest hospital where he was put in life support. He spent the next 4 days in comatose before waking up one final and unrenamed rally in trance-like state. Afterwards, he fell back into a coma and was pronounced dead within an hour. Greg was actually good friends with world cartoonist Raleigh Jefferson, who made a statement on his death. Greg was my good friend, probably my best friend, and I can't describe how horrible this makes me feel. Greg and I had a very complex relationship that I don't think either of us properly ever understood. And my biggest regret is not exploring it more. Their friends confirmed today's Dewey mom will be a tribute to his friend. When Heffley's family asked to the interview on his brother Roger committed it. I only wish he would talk to me about it. While his mother Susan was too distraught for words. Well, it's been a long time since I've written in this. I'm not sure where to start. 1 year ago, I tried to kill myself. I survived, barely. I spent the past year in the hospital and lost the use of my legs. The local paper got lazy and declared me dead. The second I flatlined. They weren't wrong, I guess. Olga Heffley is dead. And I never realized what life was until I lost it. It doesn't matter what people think of me. My life is my own, and I need to take charge of it. I've spent a lot of time in recovery, so I chose to take advantage of it. I started talking to therapists, trying to fix myself. They actually told me not to write this anymore. But I needed one last entry. Today, I leave the hospital. Today, I start my new life. Never again dwelling on my past. Today, I forge my new path to the future. Greg Heffley. Shout out to the person who made this fan fiction. His name is on screen because I don't know how to pronounce his name. And actually, I really enjoyed the fan fiction. It's honestly really good, to be honest. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, I guess. Yeah, goodbye.